Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins All World, where we dive deep into the world of numismatics. Today, we're unearthing the story behind a tiny but fascinating piece of American history, the 1963 1-cent coin. Stick around to find out why this humble penny could be worth more than you think. First things first, let's take a closer look at our star of the show. The 1963 penny, also known as the Lincoln penny, features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the classic 1-cent design on the reverse. But what makes this coin so special? To understand its value, we need to travel back to 1963. The United States was in the midst of post-war prosperity, and the mint was producing pennies in large quantities. The 1963 penny was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with a combined mintage of over 1.5 billion coins. So, what does that mean for collectors today? Well, the 1963 penny is not exactly rare, but its value can vary depending on its condition. In circulated condition, you might find these pennies worth just a few cents, maybe $1 or $2. But if you've got a gem-grade specimen, or better yet, an uncirculated or MS-65 grade coin, you could be looking at a price tag of around $10,000 to $20,000. Now, you might be wondering how the 1963 penny stacks up against other Lincoln pennies from different years. For example, the 1909 SVDB penny can fetch thousands of dollars, while even the 1955 double die can reach into the hundreds. The 1963 penny, though not quite in that league, still holds its own in the world of coin collecting. Curious if your 1963 penny is a valuable find? Here are a few tips. Check for mint marks. The 1963 D penny from the Denver Mint can be a bit more valuable than its Philadelphia counterpart. Also, inspect the condition. The better the grade, the higher the value. Even though the 1963 penny might not be worth a fortune, it's a great coin for beginners to collect. Finally, its market value is $58,000. It's a tangible piece of American history, reflecting an era of great change and growth. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this little gem. It might not make you rich, but it's certainly a cool piece of Americana to add to your collection. Today, we're diving into something really cool for all you coin enthusiasts out there. Ever wondered if that old 1976 1-cent piece sitting in your jar of spare change is worth anything? Spoiler alert, it might be. Stick around as we uncover the surprising value and history behind the 1976 1-cent coin. So, what makes the 1976 1-cent coin special? Well, it's not just any old penny. It's actually a part of a special series that marks the bicentennial of the United States. The 1976 penny was issued to commemorate America's 200th birthday, and it features a unique design that you might not see on other coins. First things first, let's talk design. In 1976, the U.S. Mint released a variety of bicentennial-themed coins, and while the quarter and half dollar got all the hype, the penny also had a minor but interesting twist. The 1976 1-cent coin kept the classic Lincoln design, but with a slight modification. The key detail? The mint mark. If your penny has one. Most of the 1976 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, so they don't have a mint mark. But if you find one with a D mint mark, it was minted in Denver. These D mint mark pennies are particularly noteworthy. Alright, let's get to the million-dollar question. Well, not literally $1 million, but definitely interesting. The 1976 D pennies are worth more than their face value, but the amount can vary depending on their condition. A typical 1976 D penny in average condition might be worth around 10 to 25 cents. But if you have one in mint state or uncirculated condition, you could see values ranging from a couple of $1,000s to more. And here's a fun fact: while most 1976 pennies aren't worth a fortune, they are a neat piece of American history. Plus, they're a great reminder of the bicentennial celebrations and the spirit of the 1970s. If you're wondering how to check the value of your 1976 pennies, here's a quick tip: use a magnifying glass to inspect the condition, look for any unique features or errors, and consult a coin price guide or online auction sites for current values. Finally, its market value is $53,000. Remember, coin collecting is as much about the fun of the hunt and the history as it is about the value. So, whether you're finding rare coins or just enjoying the ones you have, it's all part of the adventure. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a seemingly humble coin that might just be hiding a secret worth more than its face value. That's right, today, we're exploring the 1978 United States 1-cent coin. Alright, let's talk about the 1978 penny. At first glance, it might seem like just another Lincoln cent. But don't let its unassuming appearance fool you. This little coin has some interesting stories and values that can surprise even seasoned collectors. The 1978 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, was minted during a time when the U.S. was transitioning from the minting of older designs to newer ones. It features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, as seen in all pennies minted from 1959 onward. So, what makes the 1978 penny special? Well, the coin itself, in circulated condition, is worth just 1 cent, its face value. But if you're a collector, the value can vary depending on its condition and specific characteristics. Let's break it down. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. For the 1978 penny, here's how the value changes with condition. These coins typically range from about 1 to 5 cents. They're common and not particularly rare. If you have a penny in pristine condition, it could be worth between 10,000 to 50,000 cents. The better the grade, the higher the value. Here's where things get really interesting. Coins with errors, like off-center strikes or double dies, can command significantly higher prices. While the 1978 penny isn't particularly known for such errors, it's always worth checking if you have something unusual. Look for details such as the alignment of the design elements or any anomalies that might suggest a minting error. Even minor errors can make a huge difference in value. If you're planning to add a 1978 penny to your collection or are just curious about its value, make sure to get it properly appraised by a professional numismatist. Finally, its market value is $52,000. They can help you determine if your coin has any unique qualities that might affect its worth, and there you have it. Everything you need to know about the 1978 1-cent coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this little penny holds more than meets the eye. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a humble yet intriguing piece of American numismatic history, the 1984 1-cent coin. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's uncover the value and worth of this iconic penny. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 1984 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, is part of the long-running series that features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. With a design by Victor David Brenner, this coin has been a staple of American currency for over a century. But what makes the 1984 version special? Let's find out. The Lincoln penny features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the 1984 version doesn't differ much in design from its predecessors, so what could possibly make it stand out? Well, the 1984 penny is an interesting piece because of its production details. It was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver mint marks are easy to spot, just look for the P or D on the reverse. But what about its value? Finally, its market value is $51,000. In terms of value, a 1984 penny in average circulated condition is worth, well, exactly 1 cent, its face value. But, if you've got one that's in mint condition, say uncirculated or even a gem-quality specimen, it might fetch a bit more. Generally speaking, uncirculated 1984 pennies can be worth anywhere from a few cents to a couple of dollars, depending on their condition and any potential special features. Now, here's a fun fact: the 1984 penny is not known for any major errors or rarities like some other years in the Lincoln penny series. However, there are always exceptions in the world of coin collecting. If you happen to come across a 1984 penny with a unique minting error or an exceptional grade, it could be worth a little more than the average. So, where does this leave us? While a 1984 1-cent coin isn't exactly a gold mine, it's a key piece of American history and a great addition to any penny collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, every coin tells a story, and this one is no exception. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 2002 United States 1-cent coin. You might be surprised at what this small piece of change could be worth. So, let's get into it. This is the 2002 penny, also known as the Lincoln cent. At first glance, it might just look like another ordinary penny, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Let's break down what makes this coin special and what you might expect in terms of value. First off, a quick history lesson. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, and the 2002 version is part of the ongoing series that celebrates Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. But why should you care about this specific year? Well, the 2002 penny was minted in large quantities, making it quite common. You can typically find these pennies in your spare change or your coin jar. The coin was produced in both Philadelphia and Denver, so you might see either the P or D mint mark on the reverse side. So, what's the value? In general, a 2002 penny in average condition is worth just 1 cent. However, if you're lucky enough to find one in mint state, that means it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might be worth a little more. Uncirculated coins, especially those with high-grade ratings, can fetch a few dollars. And if you have a special variety, like a double die or a rare minting error, the value can skyrocket. But these are quite rare, and finding one might take some serious searching. For example, while most 2002 pennies are worth just face value, coins from other years with rare errors or historical significance can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden gem. If you're serious about coin collecting, it's essential to keep your pennies in good condition. Use coin holders, avoid touching the surfaces with your fingers, and store them in a cool, dry place. Proper care can help preserve their value. Here are a few tips for collectors. Always check for mint marks and potential errors. Finally, its market value is $49,000. Learn to grade your coins properly, and stay updated with the latest trends in coin collecting. And, of course, enjoy the hunt. So, there you have it, the 2002 penny may be worth a fortune, but it's a piece of history that's still worth paying attention to. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that might just have you rummaging through your old change. We're talking about the 2006 United States 1-cent coin. That's right, the humble penny. Stick around as we uncover its value, worth, and what makes it special. You won't want to miss this. Let's start with a quick refresher. The 2006 1-cent coin, or penny, was part of the ongoing series of coins minted by the U.S. Mint. This year's design, the Union Shield penny, features a striking shield on the reverse side, a design that's meant to symbolize the unity of the states. It replaced the previous designs that celebrated Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the "In God We Trust" motto and the year of minting. Now, let's talk about value. The 2006 penny is generally worth just 1 cent, so it's not exactly a treasure trove of wealth. However, its value can vary based on a few key factors. First up, condition matters. If your penny is in mint or uncirculated condition, it could be worth more than face value. Coins that are pristine and unblemished are more sought after by collectors. So, if you find a penny that looks like it just rolled off the press, it might be worth holding on to. But wait, there's more. While the 2006 penny itself is fairly common, there are some special varieties that can be quite valuable. For instance, there were some 2006 pennies with striking errors or unusual minting marks that could fetch a higher price. Errors like double dies or misprints can make a coin much more valuable to collectors. If you have a penny with these characteristics, you might have a hidden gem. So, how do you determine the value of your 2006 penny? Start by examining its condition. Use a magnifying glass to check for any signs of wear or damage. Next, compare it to listings in coin price guides or online marketplaces to get an idea of its worth. For those really serious about determining value, consider getting your coin professionally graded by a reputable service. This can provide a more accurate value and potentially increase its market appeal. Finally, its market value is $48,000, so, there you have it. While the 2006 penny might make you a millionaire, it can still be an interesting piece to collect and perhaps even a worthwhile find if you come across a special variety. Today, we're diving into a tiny but mighty piece of American numismatic history, the 2007 United States 1-cent coin. Stick around because you won't believe what this little penny is worth today. Let's get started. The 2007 penny, a small coin with a big story. This coin is part of a fascinating series that reflects changes in American coinage over the years. But what makes the 2007 penny stand out? Let's break it down. First up, let's talk design. The 2007 penny features the classic Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner, but there's more to it. The year 2007 was special because it marked the continuation of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, which honored the 16th president's 200th birth. In 2007, you'll find two distinct types of pennies, the Union Shield design and the Lincoln Bicentennial designs. The Union Shield, introduced in 2010, was actually a result of designs tested in 2007. So, while your 2007 penny might not yet sport the shield, it's still part of the journey to its modern look. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty, mint marks and rarities. The 2007 penny was minted at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While most 2007 pennies are not particularly rare, certain mint marks and conditions can make them more valuable. For example, the 2007 S-proof penny is more collectible and might fetch a higher price due to its limited mintage and higher quality. On the other hand, the regular 2007 P and 2007 D pennies are more common but still hold some value to dedicated collectors. So, what's the value of your 2007 penny? For most regular circulation coins, you're looking at just a cent, or perhaps a bit more if you find one in mint condition or as part of a special collection. But here's the exciting part: if you've got a 2007 S-proof penny in pristine condition, it could be worth a few dollars. And if you're lucky enough to have a special edition or an error coin, the value could go up significantly. Rare errors or minting anomalies always attract higher prices. Wondering if your 2007 penny is worth more? Here are some quick tips to assess its value. Check for mint marks, look for any unique features or errors, and consult a reputable coin guide or appraiser. Online marketplaces can also give you a good idea of current values. Remember, condition is key. Coins in uncirculated or proof quality are always worth more than those showing signs of wear and tear. To wrap up, the 2007 penny might be small, but it's packed with history and potential value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for those special editions and mint marks. Finally, its market value is $45,000. You never know, your next find could be worth more than you think. Today, we're focusing on a little piece of American history, the 2010 United States 1-cent coin. Ever wondered if this humble penny has any hidden value or worth? Stick around as we uncover the truth. Alright, let's get into it. The 2010 1-cent coin is part of the Lincoln penny series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This particular penny features the familiar Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse. But what makes the 2010 penny stand out? In 2010, the U.S. Mint produced the penny with no major changes in design. However, there are a few key points to consider when evaluating its value. First up, let's talk about mintage. In 2010, over 5 billion pennies were minted across the 4 U.S. Mint facilities. That's a lot of pennies. Because of this high mintage, the 2010 penny is quite rare. You might be thinking, if there are so many of them, why would they be worth more? Good question. Let's break it down. Condition is key. If your 2010 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it might fetch a premium. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. A penny that's graded as MS 65 or higher can be worth more than its face value, potentially a few dollars. But don't expect to retire on a penny just yet, so let's summarize. In average circulated condition, a 2010 penny is worth just 1 cent. In uncirculated or mint condition, you might get a few bucks. Special errors or varieties can also increase a coin's value, but these are rare. For example, if you find a 2010 penny with a significant minting error, like a doubled die or a misaligned strike, it could be worth considerably more to collectors. Always check for those unique features. So, there you have it. Finally, its market value is $42,000. The 2010 1-cent coin is an interesting piece of American currency, but in terms of value, it's mostly about its condition and any potential errors. Keep an eye out, and who knows, you might just find a hidden gem. Today, we've got a special treat for all you numismatists and history buffs out there. We're talking about the 2015 United States 1-cent coin, yes, the humble penny. You might be wondering, what makes this particular penny special? Well, stick around because we're about to uncover its value, history, and whether it's worth anything beyond its face value. Let's get into it. First things first, let's take a look at the design of the 2015 penny. The 2015 1-cent coin is part of the ongoing series that features the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. But here's where it gets interesting. The 2015 penny is also known for its unique features and subtle changes in design over the years. In 2015, the penny's reverse still proudly showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that's been a staple since 1959. However, if you compare it to earlier years, you'll notice that the minting process and the quality of the coin have evolved. Now, let's talk about mint marks. The 2015 penny was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. You can find these mint marks on the obverse side, just below the date. If you have a 2015 penny with a D mint mark, it was produced in Denver. A penny without a mint mark came from Philadelphia. Here's a quick breakdown of their values. A 2015 penny in average circulation condition is worth just 1 cent, but if you have a well-preserved example, it could be worth slightly more. Coins with errors or special mint marks could fetch a higher price among collectors. So, what makes a 2015 penny valuable? For most, it's the historical significance and the condition. Pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition or those with errors can be worth more. For example, if you find a 2015 penny with a doubled die or other minting errors, it might be worth significantly more than just 1 cent. Error coins can be particularly valuable. Keep an eye out for any unusual features, like misplaced mint marks or doubled features, as these can be worth a pretty penny. And remember, the value of a coin is also influenced by demand among collectors, so it's always a good idea to check recent sales or auction prices. Wondering how to assess the value of your 2015 penny? Start by examining the coin's condition. Use a magnifying glass to check for any scratches or wear and tear. Finally, kit's market value is $41,000. You can also use a coin grading guide to determine its grade, which plays a big role in its value. And don't forget, if you're unsure, you can always consult a professional coin dealer or appraiser. So, there you have it. The 2015 1-cent coin might look like just another penny, but with a bit of knowledge and a keen eye, you could discover it's worth more than you thought. Today, we're diving into a little piece of American history that might be sitting in your pocket right now. Yep, we're talking about the 2016 US 1-cent coin. You might think it's just another penny, but there's more to this coin than meets the eye. So, let's find out what makes this penny special and how much it could be worth. The 2016 penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, is part of the series that has been in circulation since 1909. But even though it's been around for over a century, the 2016 version has its own unique features that collectors and enthusiasts find interesting. First up, let's talk about the design. The 2016 penny features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side. But the reverse, or back side, shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, one of the most recognized symbols on U.S. coins. This design has been around since 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The 2016 penny was produced in two main varieties, the P mint mark, struck in Philadelphia, and the D mint mark, struck in Denver. And here's where things get interesting. Most 2016 pennies you find in your change are worth just 1 cent, and they're not rare by any means. However, if you're a coin collector, you might be looking at higher values for special editions or mint errors. For instance, some 2016 pennies have been found with minting errors, like double dies or off-center strikes. These errors can significantly increase the value of the coin. A 2016 penny with a noticeable error could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several hundred, depending on the rarity and condition. Let's take a look at an example. Here's a 2016 penny with a noticeable error. If you find something like this in your change, it's worth taking a closer look. Besides errors, certain special editions or proof coins can also be more valuable. These are usually not found in everyday circulation but are part of collector sets or special releases. If you have a 2016 penny from a proof set, its value can be higher than the standard circulating pennies. Here's a fun tip: keep an eye out for these pennies in your pocket change, especially if you're a collector. Even common coins can have hidden gems, and you never know when you might stumble upon a valuable piece. Finally, its market value is $40,000. So, what's the takeaway? While the 2016 penny itself isn't worth a fortune, it can hold special value for collectors, especially if you find one with errors or from special mint sets. Make sure to keep an eye out for these little treasures. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you found any interesting pennies, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome coin content and tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.